I never thought I would read anything, what I think at least, is worse than Watergate.
Wow.
May I ask a question? Do you suspect we might, if people who are supposedly named or indicated in this document realize that, do you think we might be seeing some resignations shortly? Or is, besides the public release of the document, are we going to see some activity on behalf of our current Attorney General? What's his name? The guy we never hear about? Who's that guy again?
Jeff Sessions.
The guy I used to like a lot? Yeah.
You know my feelings about Jeff Sessions. We've talked about that. But before he became our Attorney General. But let me just say that if I believe that not only are the names that I've seen, should they be investigated, but they should be fired. And then
prosecuted?
Prosecuted.
Good. That's what I want to hear.
I'm just wondering, are we going to see people leaving shortly and go, uh-oh, that was related to that?
Yeah,
I don't know, but if I would think that if I was involved and thought that my name might be part of what this investigation has produced, I might be looking for another country with immunity.
Yeah. Well,
are they destroying documents?
I can't comment on that. I don't know that.
Okay.
All I know is the investigation has gone through a lot of documents.
So here's my one question, Tim. So if this is related to domestic spying, and these are FBI or DOJ guys that are related to spying on the Trump administration or whoever here in the United States of America, how are those domestic spies at risk of being killed by foreign country? Well, maybe it's the Clinton Foundation. Okay. Never mind. I'll take the question back.
Suicide,
I guess
2 shots to the back of the head.
That's right. So, all right, never mind. I answered my own question on that one. Well, Tim, we've got Mark from Pinckney who's got a question about Homeland Security. Derek, can you bring in Mark to ask that Homeland Security question? Tim, go ahead.
Hello.
Or Mark, go ahead.
Hey, how are you? Hey, Tim, how are you today?
I am well.
That's good. You're talking about the... What's that?
I said I'm a lot better off than the wounded warrior lying in a bed in...
there you go.
In Walter Reed, whose wife just found out that while her
she's not getting a paycheck,
suffering from all of the injuries he has and loss of limbs, is not getting paid. And I'm talking about a real live person. I'm not just
exactly. And I'm just totally appalled that the DACA was put into all of this, and I've called your office numerous times about that. Don't let them back you up. Stonewall them, do whatever we need to do. These people are here illegally. But Tim, the question that I've got, you're talking about deep state and all of that. Are you familiar with Project Pelican? And what that is it's the down to Cape Fort Lauderdale. It's the port container where all the container ships and all of that come in. That is just got a 35-year lease, and who that is basically leased to is Tainer, and Tainer is actually ran by Saddam Hussein's nuclear physicist and all of that shouldn't be doing that, and it basically got stuck in through the back door and went through the security committees that it was supposed to.
I'm not familiar with. I'm not familiar to any degree about it, other than hearing about it. But no, I'm not.
Okay. And the way that I found out about it is I drive a school bus, and there was a kid that was asking about pelicans, and I looked up brown pelicans, and that's actually how I ended up finding out about it. And the more that you read about it, this is plain and simple scary.
The pelican.
Where Homeland Security says that, the container ships that come in, they can't check every one of the containers, and there could be who knows what coming in it, and now we've got people that are linked to the Russians, the North Koreans, Chinese, everything else. Some of Obama's college friends that are Pakistanis that aren't supposed to be here in the country, and it's scary. This needs to be looked into.
Yeah, we've got similar problems out in California at
Exactly.
Ports that the Chinese control, and
Correct.
That's again why the other side did not want Trump to be elected, and they thought he wouldn't. But
well, they didn't stuff the ballot boxes full enough, did they?
they didn't well enough. But we'll see what comes out, and I think right now, because of the makeup of Congress and the White House, a lot of stuff they thought they could hide will be coming out, and it'll take probably years. And that's why we need to be resolute in making sure that this objective continues. This isn't a witch hunt. This is a hunt for enemies.
This is a deep state. They're trying to take our country over.
Yeah.
This isn't a McCarthy thing. This is real, necessary work to make sure our country is safe and secure. It's not Republican. It's not Democrat. It's American. But right now, I think we have the right people in office that will at least not look the other way.
Yeah. Well, great call, Mark. I appreciate you bringing that up. Send me an email on that, would you?
Okay.
All right.
I will try.
Appreciate it. So Tim, that brings up another question then that seems to have fallen off the radar, and I'm sure the Democrats and the media want it to. What's going on with the Awan brothers and the investigation with Debbie Wasserman Schultz and the whole IT scandal that went in? That's kind of just fallen off the map.
The national security issue that is.
Yeah.
There are still investigations being done. I mean, there are so many investigations going on now.
It's a growth industry.
Because of the continual pushback, sadly, the Intelligence Committee has always been a very nonpartisan committee. You have Democrats, Republicans on it. The majority party has the chairman, but it's always been perceived as, let's leave our titles and associations at the door because we're doing a great work in these very closed-off rooms for the good of this country, and let's not be caught making a mistake because we got political. But we're finding this year that has ended, and you're having all or the majority of Democrats voting against things that they would normally in the past have worked together with the Republicans on. And it is a tenuous situation, so you've got investigations going on that go back to a lot of names that have kind of vanished from the public thought processes for a while, but those investigations are continuing.
Great. Well, Tim, thank you so much for calling in special this month.
Thanks.
And anytime you've got something that you want to get out, make sure you give us a holler. Love to have you on the show. It's always informative, and we really appreciate you talking to the listeners.
Okay. Trump shut down.
Schumer shut down.
What did you
Excuse me. Schumer
shut down. Yes. Sure.
Make sure that
we'll edit that out, Tim. We'll edit that out.
All right. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. We'll talk again. And to everyone else, we'll see you next week.
Have a
Take
great
care.
week.